Next up, we have Tame Impala. You know, he did a BBC cover live, Say It Right by Nelly Furtado. What a rendition.
So good.
And he also did Is It True on a live performance. But let's talk about the cover of Nelly Furtado. You know, I understand that you're not somebody who's usually gravitates toward covers and you usually like the original more.
It's hard because sometimes I feel like with a cover there's not enough originality to really distinguish them.
Mhm.
Whereas, I mean, that's not even a question here. Tame
Right.
Impala, I mean, Kevin Parker is just so
Can
talented.
do no wrong.
And then on top of that, like the song itself, Nelly Furtado's original is classic, timeless. We love Nelly Furtado.
100%.
She's from Toronto, Canadian, Portuguese girl, love her. And I was blown away with how they changed it, but still stayed true to it. Like they really paid like respect to the song, I would
Right.
say.
A great homage over to the song there. And I really felt like I was listening to the 2020 iteration of that song.
For sure.
I felt like it was so in the pocket. Kevin Parker is so skilled sonically, and obviously with his voice, he knows how to complement his voice so well with these songs. You feel like you're in this, like it's a mysticism and it's got this dance vibe, but it's also got that kind of
haunted
like
and
haunting,
spooky,
dark type of
but
thing.
like I don't know, I'm here for it. I love it. And then the Is It True? Honestly,
Yes.
I liked it more than the album. I really
Yes.
liked because they had the Fortet remix for Is It True, and I've been fiending that.
Mhm.
But I found that this version is almost like a remix of itself in a way because it's done so differently. Loved it. And I love this whole thing that's happening now, you know, with COVID-19. It sucks. As we all know, it's not an easy time. But I think with music, you know, it's so important for us to stay connected and feel heard and listened to. And, you know, with like these live shows that they're having now, it's great because you could be in your room and dancing, but you're still like, you know, getting some sort of quality live music.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that every artist always, great artists that perform well, like Tame Impala, when you go and you have that live experience, whether it be virtually, we're about to get into that a little bit, or in person like we did when we saw him last year in Toronto, that's where we are, it was just a different experience altogether. He takes you through the same songs you know, but he gives it to you in such a luxurious way. Your ears just sit there and you're like, wow, like you wish the studio album was like that, but it also makes you feel special that you're hearing that like iterated in that sense in that moment.
Well, the studio album is almost like too perfect, right?
Right.
Whereas you
Right.
have room for more creativity when you're doing covers or remixes or just a live version. I mean, sometimes they go wrong. Sometimes live is not as good, but I feel like that's how you can really tell a quality artist when there's either not a difference or it's different, but it's even better. Like
Right.
I remember Georgia Smith, like
Oh my
we saw her
God.
live and it was like, I don't understand how someone could sound this good in real life. It
Oh
was
my
like
God.
being at a freaking studio session. It was
I'm
insane.
getting goosebumps literally thinking about her performing. That was amazing. And that brings us to our next topic, right? We're here consuming music in a post-COVID world, right? So you're not gonna really be able to be, oh, well, I know what date on the calendar I'm gonna be able to go. We couldn't go see Blood Orange. We missed it by a week. He finished his show in Montreal, was about to come to Toronto, and we missed out on watching it by about 5 days. It hurt. It really did. I really did. We were gonna see Little Dragon, gonna see a bunch of dope ass artists, but
Porsches.
oh my God, don't remind me.
Oh, there's so many shows.
So many shows, and now it's moved onto the virtual scene, and like it's the best. I'd rather have something than nothing.
Yeah.
So
no,
obviously
I'm
we'll take
taking
that.
it. Well, I was literally watching
Mall
Mall Grab's freaking boiler room set that was like from his house, but I was vibing. Like,
Right.
you know what? If you can't get it, but like take what you can get and appreciate it, because you know what? It's still music. It's still like artists putting their time and effort into something to make you happy and to create like happiness and
Moments
connection.
in your house, and make sure you like, and if anything, if there's any time to go and get and make sure you have good speakers, this is it. Like, if you're gonna have to stay at home, you might as well have dope speakers playing music at a high level. I no more of these off the laptop type of things, guys. Just
No.
spend a bit of money, get some of that
Love
CRV.
yourself 2021.
I love it. So yeah, so obviously, you know, pivoting away from that, you know, hopefully that's not the new norm forever, but at least it's something. But then we go and look at when is it going to come back and what is it going to look like and feel like. And that's when we move over to our next part of this segment, which is the venues that closed down recently. We had a place called the Mod Club here in Toronto that had to close down due to the pandemic.
So
Obviously,
sad.
you can't stay afloat. They're going to hit harder than restaurants. So what are some of your initial thoughts?
Well, yeah, there's a bunch of venues that are closing down. Like Mod Club is actually a pretty big venue.
Right.
So it's a little insane that it's closed. And it's sad. I don't know what the future holds. I really hope that, you know, there's some sort of bailout, some sort of help from the government. Because, you know, as restaurants opened and then closed, and now there's like this in-between patio type vibe, there was never really anything done for music venues because live music has just been canceled.
Right.
So I'm not too sure. It's interesting to see what they're thinking of doing in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So in the UK, they have a bunch of music festivals. Like pretty much it's festival season from like April to September.
Correct.
So they're thinking of placing, you know, rapid testing and
thermo scanning and everything. The Guardian, according to the Guardian article online, they're saying that they're going to implement thermo scanning, interactive wristbands for social distancing. So when you're too close to somebody else, it'll buzz and let you know. And then on top of that, obviously the rapid testing, as Christina just astutely pointed out. So the first thing obviously you got to think about is, well, okay, it's one thing to try to put your festival back on and make some money off of it. But at the same time, insurance is going to go up. There's going to be other things from a business perspective that's going to hinder it. And that might make the prices go up for the people that want to go.
They're already so high. Like,
right. So that might create its own types of paywalls that are going to be problematic. But I think more so than just the money, I think we have to ask ourselves about this as twofold question. And the other part of that question is it safe? Is it something that you'd feel comfortable going and doing?
Is it safe or is it even worth it? Because I think that, yeah, we all want to be out there doing things that we were doing a year ago. But at the same time, is it the right time? Are we thinking about things that are maybe not relevant or not really necessary right now? Because, yeah, I would love to go to a concert, but I don't even really feel safe using the TTC or going to a grocery store. So it's like, it just makes no sense right now. I can understand why people are thinking about it because, you know, we are going to have to adapt and do things differently in the future. Like, I think that's just going to be the future.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So we're going to have to just move around it and be positive and try to stay positive.
100%. No, at the end of the day, we're going to have to, you know, just be hopeful. And in that interim, because it's so, it's not fixed and it's so variable how long this possibly could take to get back to some semblance of what the normal used to be for music goers and concert goers and whatnot. You know, invest in some good speakers, like I said, straight up, and enjoy these virtual shows. They're actually really, really good. Totally Moi did a great one in the middle of the desert at the beginning of COVID.
So many cool
so there's a lot of awesome things happening. Also, Tori Moi's going to be on the Eric Andre show. Just keep that in the back of your mind.
Oh my God, I saw that and I was like, yeah, pretty on brand for 2020.
Like anything can happen. Anything is possible. And we would love to continue this conversation, but we're going to continue it in the next segment. So we'll see you guys there. Like and subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace for now.